See, today I'm going to explain okay. So today I'm going to
Okay.
explain about overview on SAP HCM. Okay. So this is something where it will help all the people to understand all the scenarios on SAP HCM. Okay. In SAP, we have to call this word as SAP, not SAP. Okay. You need to
Okay.
pronounce SAP as SAP, not SAP. Many times you hear people talking like SAP. You should not call it as a SAP. SAP is a product. SAP is a product. What kind of product it is? Okay. It is a predefined application. It's a predefined application as per the client requirement. It's a predefined application as per the client requirement. So we should not call it as a software. Okay, it is not a software. It is an application developed as per the client requirement for all the business processes. Okay, so in SAP we have different types of modules. Okay, like technical and functional. Okay, so the technical is a module like you need to develop an application. Okay, technical is a module that you need to develop a application as per the client requirement, and that application will be developed for the client by the functional people. So here SAP HCM is a functional module. SAP HCM is a functional module. So that we are going to learn. Okay. SAP HCM is a functional module that I am going to explain. The technical module, for example, ABAP. Okay. So that we can call it as a ABAP. So what is an ABAP? ABAP is nothing but advanced business application predefined programmed application. That is an abbreviation for a technical module, for example ABAP. Okay, now here you see that it's a functional module. It is a SAP HCM is a functional module. So it is going to be, it is a kind of application. For example, you know I'll give you one example for when you go to fill when you apply for a passport. Okay, or when you apply for any other thing, you are having an application like first name, last name, or your date of birth, or your birthplace, and everything. Here also the application is also going to look like the same way that you are going to fill all the information. So the functional module is also the same like that. Okay, so I hope you people are going to get. And here I'm going to tell you a small example. Okay, so we have a company like Wipro. Everybody heard of this company Wipro? Did anyone hear about this Wipro company? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
No.
Let me
Yes.
tell you one more company, IBM. Did anyone hear about this IBM?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
now let me tell you one more example, one more company like what we call KFC. So this is something like, pizzas and everything. So
Yeah.
here the IBM is what is this company? This company is something we have to call it as a SAP implementation partner. Okay, it is a SAP implementation partner. So otherwise, we can also call it as a consulting company. It should be called as a it is a consulting company. IBM is a SAP implementation partner company, or you can also call it as a consulting company. Okay, in SAP you should not call as a software company. Okay, you should not call it as a software company. You should be calling it as a consulting company. You should be calling it as a consulting company. So now you are going to work. Okay, you are working in IBM in SAP. So now you should not be called as a software engineer. You should not be called as a software engineer. You have to be called as a consultant. You should be called as a consultant. HCM, SAP HCM consultant. You should be called as a SAP HCM consultant. You are not a software engineer. So now you see that KFC company. What is this company? This company wants to implement. This company wants to implement SAP in the KFC company. That KFC company. So now what this company is called? Come on, tell me. Anybody?
They're called clients.
Yes, it should be called as a client company. Okay, this company should be called as a client company, and this IBM should be called as a consulting company, and you should be called as a
Consultants.
consultant. Absolutely right. So this is how that you need to get adapted in SAP. What happens most of the time, we call SAP as a SAP, and some people will call that I am a software engineer. No, you are a consultant, and you are working with the IBM. You are working as a consultant. So you are with a consulting company. So with on behalf of the consulting company, as a consultant, you are going to develop SAP functional module to the company KFC, that is a client company. I hope everybody got me.
Yes.
Okay. So this is how you need to understand this particular scenario. Okay. Now let me explain another concept. Now I am going to give you another example. See what happens here. Let me tell you. Suppose you people, any one of you have a small business. Okay, any one of you here have a small business. So how do you promote? How do you promote the SAP? Sorry, how do you promote the product to the market? So you tell me what kind of methods you are going to use to promote the product that you people are having. Any one of you, please tell me. Emmanuel, come
Hello?
on. Suppose you people are having a product called like milk. You have a product called milk. So how you
Marketing.
promote the milk to
How
the
do you
market?
market it, right?
Yes, tell me.
Adverts through adverts. like daily advert.
Advance?
Okay, come on, speak up. So you are going to use something methods like advertisements or paper advertisements
Okay,
or
okay,
something like
Like
so
TV adverts?
like,
TV, everything. In the same way,
Yeah.
here, how you deliver SAP to the market. How you deliver SAP to the market is a question. How you deliver SAP to the market. See, there are two types. Otherwise, you can also call it as a types of projects. Types of projects or delivery of SAP. It's a delivery of SAP. There are two types. Okay, there are two types. The first one is offshore project and the second one is on-site project. Okay, now you please tell me, any one of you, what do you understand of offshore project and what do you understand of a on-site project? Any one of you? Come on, my class will be something like, very interactive. So to
yes.
make you all understand very easily, so you all will enjoy and understand the topics very easily. Come on.
Can I talk, Anipe?
Yeah, you can talk, no problem.
Okay, guys, what we're talking right here is the offshore project means we are talking about two ways to deliver SAP to the clients. There are two types: offshore project and on-site project. What I know about offshore project is that people that are not on site, like people that are, for example, Anipe is talking from India right now. It can be our offshore guy working on the same project, but it's not in America, it's in India. But on-site means when you physically go to the client site
Physically in the job,
to
yeah.
work.
Okay, now let me come. It's good. You're right. So I'm going to give you one more example here also. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give you an example on offshore project. So here I am going to give an example of a IBM company. What is this IBM company? What is this IBM company? It is a
Consulting,
consulting company.
consulting company, yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, you can also call it as a implementation partner.
Right now, yeah.
Okay. So this is an implementation partner company. Where it is located? For example, in India. Okay. It is located in India. So now there is a company called KFC. This KFC wants to implement a this KFC wants to implement SAP HCM functional module. Where it is located? For example, in USA. It is located in USA. So what is this company is called as client company. Client company means it's interested to implement SAP. By whom? By an implementation partner. What is that company? IBM company. So here in the offshore, what happens? These IBM people are going to sit. That means all the consultants will sit in India itself, and we are going to develop the project to the KFC, which is located in the USA. That's a client company. So then you may ask how you get, okay, how you get the business requirement. That you need to develop for KFC. So you have a communication tools. You have a communication tools like GoToMeeting or something like we can call it as a mails that you can receive, something like teleconference or video conference. So we have so many tools that you are going to use these tools and get the requirement and develop this offshore project. Okay, now let me come back to the on-site project. So what happens? We the consulting, okay, company consultants will go directly to the client location. That is nothing
Okay,
but face
physically?
to face. Okay,
Okay.
that is something
Okay.
like face-to-face implementation.
Okay.
Okay,
Implementation.
it is a place to
Okay.
place implementation that where you sit with the client people and then you develop the project to the client. So this is how
Okay.
that you are going to develop the client requirement. So if anybody is having any doubts with regarding the explanation that I have given till now, you can ask me, any one of you.
Guys, ask question if you don't understand what he's saying. Ask question.
Anything, any doubt?
It's okay.
Okay, fine.
It's right.
So now let us go to the another important topic, which is also very important for everybody here. Okay. So I am giving you all the basics that it's going to help you all. See, it is not actually a subject, but it is the subject which is very important when you are going to sit in a project. When you are going to sit in a project, these are all the things very, very important. So that is the reason that I am explaining now. Okay, now I am going to explain the types of projects. See, this the previous one is something delivery of SAP projects, but this is a types of projects. We have a types of projects. Otherwise, we can also call it as a roles and responsibilities. Roles and responsibilities of a consultant that you are going to do in real time. The types of projects. We have a five types. We have a five types. One is end-to-end implementation, and the second one is production support project, and the third one is rollout project, and the fourth one is upgradation, and the fifth one is enhancement. Okay, these are the five types of projects we have, so that you are going to involve. So based on these five types, what you are going to do, you are going to update, you are going to develop all your projects. Okay, so we are having a five types of projects. It's nothing but roles and responsibilities of a consultant. Okay, so here you see the end-to-end implementation project. So,
Yeah.
what is you understand of end-to-end implementation project means? Here, it is something KFC is a newly implementing. A KFC is
Okay.
a newly
Yeah.
implementing the project. That is nothing but starting to the end of a project. Starting to the end of a project, you are going to involve. But
Okay.
when you are going for an end-to-end implementation project, there are so many phases again. So what I'm going to do now, let us forget about this end-to-end implementation for now. Okay, for now you just leave aside end-to-end implementation because this has to be explained separately in depth. So you
Okay.
assume, you imagine that end-to-end implementation is completed for a KFC company, that is a client
Okay.
company. Once the end-to-end implementation is completed, then we come to the production support project. Next, we will have a rollout project. Next, rest of other things comes. Without this end-to-end, you cannot have this as a primary or this or this or this. Okay, this is the
Okay.
most important type that you are going to implement as a consultant. Without this, all these are nothing. So you assume like end-to-end implementation is completed. So then what you have to do, you come to the second one is a production support project. So this production support project is nothing but, I'll give you a simple example. So when you buy a new bike, you have bought a new motorcycle as a new one. So as the company norms, the company is going to give you some 6 times of free service. 6 times of free service whenever your bike is getting repaired, whenever your bike is down. whenever your bike is not up to date, whenever there is some issue with your bike. So what happens? You as a client, as a customer, you need to approach the company who sold it to you, okay, who sold the product to you. So they are going to support you. In the same way, once we develop the project in end-to-end implementation, while the project is in a client location, so the end users are going to operate the system, not a consultant. End users are, it is something like a data entry. These end users may face any kind of issues. These end users may face any kind of issues. At that time, you are going to support the issues of the KFC company, which end users are facing them. So that is something we call it as a SLA. What is a SLA? It is a service
Service
level agreement.
Agreement.
It is, we call it as a service level agreement. Okay. Now let me, once it is the another type of project is rollout project. The rollout project is something we call it as, for example, we have a KFC company located in India, USA, and UK. Now you have implemented, for example, end-to-end implementation is over where for USA location, where USA location it is already completed, but the company is same. But the KFC is also located in India and UK. But now the KFC wants to even to develop in India and UK. Okay, and now you, why you need to separately implement the UK project and India project? But you may ask, the company is same. Though the company is same, but every country is having their own payroll, their own taxation. India, USA having its own taxation. Nigeria
Yeah.
is having its own taxation. UK is having, and India is also having. With regarding the taxation, you have to again implement, you need to configure the functionalities based on the UK taxation and India taxation. That kind of project is called rollout project. Okay. Next
Okay.
one, you have a upgradation. Upgradation is nothing but versions of SAP system. Versions of SAP system. So the present version of SAP HCM system is, what is the present version of SAP HCM system is ECC, ECC 6.0, EHP, I think 6.7. Okay, EHP 6.7, or some people use it as a 6.6. It is something versions of SAP. I'll tell you, ECC means Enterprise Central Component. Okay, ECC means Enterprise Central Component. EHP means Enhancement Patches. See, it is a kind of system. Enterprise Central Component is a kind of system where you develop the client business, where in the version of ECC 6.0, EHP is nothing but enhancement patches. For this particular system, sometimes what happened, the system, the SAP people are going to add some new functionalities and new patches for the existing functionalities, that we call it as enhancement patches, that I will show you in the system how it is going to be looking like, so that also we will see very clearly. Next you see that another module, okay, enhancement. What is the enhancement? Enhancement is nothing but adding one more module to the existing, adding one more module or adding one more sub module to the existing module. So that we call it as an enhancement. For example, we have a SAP HCM module. So currently the client has implemented like organization management. Okay, again he implemented like personal administration, and he also implemented time management and US payroll. But later on, the client he also wants to implement other modules like benefits. That means adding one more submodule to the existing modules of SAP HCM. Okay, so these are all about your roles and responsibilities of SAP. So if anybody is having, you can ask me, because I don't want to prolong it so long, because it is a new subject and you all have to get accustomed with the subject. So now we have left something end to end. It's very, very important, end to end implementation. This has to be explained separately, and I'm going to explain it separate class. Until now, whatever is explained, you have any doubt, you can ask me now. Where you are free to ask anything that you want to ask. Till now, whatever I have explained. You all can speak up. You all can speak up very freely.
Yeah, about the offshore project.
Yes.
Yeah, is it like, say for example, you are in India right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you doing a project within America. That's like an offshore, right?
Yes. I will be sitting here in India, and the
Yeah, you
company
don't
is
need to come to
located
you don't
in
need to come to
US.
America. Yeah, the company's in America. Yeah. That's offshore, right?
Yeah, that's offshore. You are right.
Okay, all right, cool.
So SAP is something very interesting subject when you understand and when you follow the subject and when you like it so much. Otherwise, you don't understand. It is so easy, so easy. Even a primary school student can learn SAP. It's that much easy, that much easy, and it will give you a very good bright career, because SAP is something top in the world, in the top position in the world. So it's very, very good. And jumping into or moving to SAP is something very good decision actually. Yeah. Still anybody that Ola Obiodun is the old one. Obiodun.
So what?
Are you okay with that explanation?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's okay.
Yeah,
Anybody have question? Femi, you have question?
No, no, I'm okay.
I know you've done VW before, so you understand what he's saying.
Yes, I'm okay.
So I request you people, please kindly provide